Now, one of the other things that's important to think about in the process of helping people refocus is to consider the change dynamics. And there's some very important questions you need to ask them, because when somebody's doing something that's fairly big or significant, chances are it doesn't just involve them, that other people are impacted and other people around them need to be able to buy in to be able to help support the change and to be able to move forward. So there's several questions that I like to ask to help people think that through. The first question is how are you going to free up time and energy to be able to focus on this? Because John Kotter says that the number one reason why change doesn't happen is lack of a sense of urgency. And freeing up time and energy is directly proportional to how truly important is it. And we often find in our lives that we're overloaded with too much stuff to do. And so we have to ask the question, what are we going to stop doing to be able to free up time and energy to be able to focus on this? Then another key question is, who are the key persons that could help you, be allies for you, people that could work with you in trying to facilitate this change process? And when you ask that question, often people say, well, that's a good question. And you sort of give them time to think about that and to be able to think about who are the people they can bring alongside. Another question that often is important is what permissions need to be secured and from whom. Who are the key influencers that need to be brought in on this process to be able to think about it? What's the impact that's going to have on you personally, on your family, on others around you, different kinds of groups, to think through those kinds of dimensions? Another question to ask is, how can you help people process and give them the time to be able to embrace this change? And finally, how can you strengthen relationships as you go through the journey? I found that people sometimes forget about all the change dynamics involved in implementing change. And that's why if you just have a great plan, that's not good enough. You actually need a plan to help people to be able to embrace it and come alongside of it in a way that helps you to be able to move forward.